Hi everyone, it's Dawn. Welcome back to my channel. So I hope you are all doing well and coming down from that turkey coma that you had on Thanksgiving. I know I had that. I was so tired just from the hullabaloo of the holiday and the preparation before and cleaning up and all that and the aftermath. And plus I had my girls home and they brought friends with them, and it was just such a busy few days and it was wonderful, but I'm really taking a sigh of relief before I head into the Christmas shopping and all that. I did find quite a few deals online lately. They've got some incredible cyber deals going on. I actually got deterred from my Christmas shopping and ended up buying sheets for the beds and towels and things like that as well. So let me know how your shopping is going. Are you finding what you need for those you love and making a dent in your Christmas shopping? Are you buying a little something for yourself? It's so hard to resist doing that. But there are some good deals going on out there right now. So it's December 1st and it is the Advent season. Christmas is in 25 days and I'm really looking forward to it. Let me know what you do to kind of prepare your heart and mind and home for the holidays. I'd love to maybe make a video about that or talk to you more about that in an upcoming video. I've got some thoughts and some things I've been doing to help me just kind of keep my focus on Christ and what the holiday is really about and not get caught up in doing too much, you know, just sort of resting and staying focused and preparing my heart for the holiday. So I thought in that spirit, I would share with you a very easy eye look. It's so easy that you don't even need to use brushes. You can just use your finger. It's kind of a one and done, but there are some other products that you need for helpers. And I will share that with you. I think I've got 4 products and yeah, I'm gonna share a very easy glam eye look that you could wear all through the season or any time of year. So let's just jump in and get started. So the first thing you're going to do is put down an eye base. I just have a paint pot here from MAC and I'm just gonna use my finger and apply a base to my lid all over. And I'm even gonna apply it a little bit up to my brow. I'm just gonna spread it out. This eye look is so simple and easy and it's not very precise. You know, you can make a little bit of a mess with the shadow and the rest of the stuff and it really won't matter. So you don't have to be super precise and have all the right brushes. So that's another reason why this look is just so easy. Next step is applying a transition shade. And I'm just gonna use my bronzer for that. And I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream bronzer. And again, you can just go in with your finger and pick up a little bit of the bronzer. And this step you could do when you're applying your bronzer to the rest of your face. If you're using bronzer, you could just go ahead and apply a little bit then, and then it really is a one and done eyeshadow look because you'll already have had this in place. You don't have to use a bronzer. You can use any color shadow that you would like to use, but I'm just gonna use this really kind of light brown matte, it doesn't have any shimmer to it, bronzer. So once I have my bronzer down as my transition shade, I do take a little brush, something smaller than my finger, so I can just kind of brush it in to like this area of my eye right here. Not necessarily the inner corner, but pretty close to it, because I feel like the whole look comes together more seamlessly when you have it filled in that area as well. It just looks very cohesive and a little bit neater. And now we're gonna go in with the fun part. And this is the Scattered Light Pot from Hourglass, and this is in the shade Ray. I do also have this in the shade Aura. They're really beautiful. Of all the pot-like products, Charlotte Tilbury makes some. I know Marc Jacobs used to make some. These are my favorite, even though they have a little bit of glitter particles in them them, the glitter particles sort of melt down and it becomes this really prismatic sheen, and it gives you sort of that wet eyeshadow look that is so popular right now, and you'll have to see how it looks to understand it. But you can build these up very nicely. My daughters like to just dip their finger in and do like one swipe on each eye, a little mascara, and they're good to go. And it's so beautiful, a very thin, just sheen with a little bit of sparkle. It's so pretty the way that these catch light. And I just really love these a lot. So when you open up the pot, it's gonna have something different than like the Charlotte Tilbury. They have a little plunger inside of them because these are a different consistency than the Charlotte Tilbury, which are sort of a cream, and you apply them the same way. The Charlotte Tilbury are beautiful, and I love those for like a spotlight or just a little bit of color, but I find that when I build them, they get tacky and they don't really dry down all the way. So I like to use those, but I don't like to use them for the same eye look that I'm using these for. I like these better for like a one eyeshadow look because they are so buildable. And like I said, the glitter, they're sort of like pearly particles that melt down so they don't stay like in a glitter form, if that makes sense. You do have to still be a little bit careful when applying them, and I would recommend applying them before you put on your base, just because if you aren't careful, they can get a little bit messy. And if you get a little bit underneath your eye, when you go to brush it off, it will just sort of melt into your skin. So you've got like a highlight, which can also look very pretty, but unless you're planning on putting it there, you really don't want it there. So I do have the rest of my makeup on. So I have a tissue, and I'm just gonna use my finger and scoop a little bit of it out. And this is what it looks like. I'm gonna swatch it on my hand for you. So as you can see, there aren't any really chunks of glitter. They melt down and just have a beautiful glow, like a wet eyeshadow look. That's so beautiful. So I'm just gonna take what's left over, and I'm gonna place this on my mobile lid. And if you make it a little bit messy, no worries. It's really easy to kind of blend out and keep it where you want it. Another reason I really like these is when they do dry, they don't feel tight and they don't completely dry to where it kind of pulls your skin. If you are over the age of 45, like I am, you have a little bit of extra skin there. And when you put a product down that kind of gets tight, it can cause your skin to pucker and it won't look flattering at all. These will not do that. I found the best way to eliminate any sparkle getting beneath your eye is when you scoop a little out, put it on your hand first and kind of rub it out. And then it's sort of melted into your skin already. And then when you go to apply it, you'll have very little fallout. But if you go right into the pot with a brush or pick it up and it's still like a little bit chunky, not blended, and then you blend it out, it will make a little bit of a mess. So keep that in mind. That's like the best tip that I learned about how to apply these. It really makes it so much easier. Now I'm just spritzing a little Prep and Prime on a MAC 208S brush. All it is an angled detail brush, one of those kind of stiffer angled brushes that you can use for your brows or you can use for liner. And I've had some questions about this recently. I also have a Real Techniques brush like this. I have an e.l.f. brush like this, a lot of different brushes that are very similar. So it doesn't matter what brand makes your brush. Just make sure it has like a stiffer bristles and it's angled. And I like to go in with an eyeshadow, and I like to use MAC Carbon, and it's just a matte sort of slate black, like a dark charcoal. And I pick up a little bit of the carbon and just stamp my wing where I want it to be. Like that. And then I take what's left on the brush and run it very close to my lower lash line. This does stay put on me all day, and I do have an oily eyelid. Like, my eyelids produce oil, so I feel like if it stays well on me, it will stay well on anyone. Okay, now I'm gonna go up into the upper lash line right here and just kind of push it into my lash line a little bit. For mascara, I'm just going to apply a couple of coats of Monsieur Big from Lancome. When I have a pretty simple eye look, like a one and done, I like to kind of blow out my lashes with a lot of volume, and this mascara is perfect for that. I'll be right back. Okay, this is the finished look. Such an easy one and done eye look. You don't even have to put a transition color. I do like to use a base beneath these. I feel that they're more pigmented when you have a primer beneath them, but they still have plenty of payoff without a primer. But if you want it to appear more sheer and translucent, then just don't wear a primer and go very light-handed. If you put a primer and build it up like I did, you could get a really bold glam look for the holidays, and it's so easy. You don't even need to use any brushes. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know, have you tried these? Do you have any pot products like these that you like to use for the same kind of thing, a one and done eye look? Let me know down in the comments. Share any thoughts or opinions you have with me. Even just say hello. I love interacting with you, and I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. I'll see you next time.